Hello, my lovelies! This is BLFANEDITS, and today I'm coming at you with a compilation of 10 Japanese BL movies that you have probably no idea about. BL or yaoi culture originated in Japan and since then has become one of the fastest growing media genres in the world right now. Japan has been making BL movies since the 1980s, and since then many good quality BL movies have been made in Japan. Japanese aesthetic of filmmaking is completely different to other styles of filmmaking. It is more shibui or simple, subtle and unobtrusively beautiful. So if you are also like me and enjoy watching Japanese films and dramas, then you will certainly enjoy watching these movies. So let's look at 10 Japanese BL movies that are definitely worth a watch. I Know Kotodama released in 2008 and became a success, so the makers came out with a sequel to this movie in 2010. I Know Kotodama is about two college boys, Otani and Tachibana, who have been inseparable since high school. They live together at home and stay together in college. But their perfect world is destroyed when an old friend enters their life and develops a crush on Tachibana. Their growing closeness makes Otani jealous and insecure. Will Tachibana really choose pretty girl Yuki over Otani? I really liked this movie. You can feel their natural chemistry and how good of a friendship they share. They are so close as friends that the line between friendship and love sometimes gets blurry. I feel like Yuki's intervention into their lives was necessary to jerk them out of their comfort zone and realize their true feelings for each other. Overall, this was a lovely short film to watch. No Touching at All is one of my favorite Japanese movies ever. This movie released in 2014 and it's a love story between new employees Shima and his hardworking boss Togawa. Togawa is a rough and rugged man who smokes endless amounts of cigarettes and works like a dog. He is respected and liked by his subordinates due to his kindness and work ethic. He has a potty mouth and is a hard drinker. Shima, on the other hand, is gentle, quiet and sensitive. Togawa always wanted to do unholy things to Shima. One day, Togawa kisses Shima and takes him to his house. After that night, the two become lovers. On one end, Togawa is open and honest about his feelings. On the other hand, Shima is insecure about his relationship with Togawa. I love the couple in this movie. Their chemistry is amazing and their personalities are so different that you can't help but feel attracted to them and their relationship. Shima's insecurities feel very relatable and real, and the way Togawa deals with them and makes him feel secure is heartwarming to see. Also, don't watch it on YouTube if you want to see the uncensored version. Does the Flower Bloom is a slow-paced movie that came out in 2018. It's a perfect movie to enjoy on a Sunday afternoon when you have nothing else to do. Sakurai-san is a 37-year-old man working at an advertising agency. For a commercial shoot, he goes to a beautiful house. At the house, he meets Yoichi Mizukawa while he is painting a picture. Yoichi is a 19-year-old art student and he lives with his cousins in the big old house. Sakurai becomes attracted to Yoichi. Meanwhile, Yoichi is only interested in painting, but he also begins to take an interest in Sakurai. The two men get closer, but Sakurai gets transferred to Osaka. This movie has an age gap theme, but that's not shown as the main conflict of the story. Yoichi definitely has daddy issues and he sees Sakurai as a lover who would guide him and teach him new things. His fixation on Sakurai stems from his past admiration towards his famous father, who was a great painter but died mysteriously. Sakurai is also strangely attracted to Yoichi and likes his innocence. This movie is very slow, but I like the supportive people around the main couple and the interactions between Sakurai and Yoichi were cute. I want to put all the major trigger warnings before talking about this movie because it does contain elements of violence and BDSM. Doublemints came out in 2017. It's a movie about two high school classmates who have the same name, Mitsu Ichikawa. One is a bully and the other one is his own personal dog. Ichikawa is now a system engineer working for a well-known company. He never thought he would hear the familiar domineering voice after so many years. It was Mitsu on the phone. "I killed a woman," he said. They reunite as accomplices, yet their relationship as master and servant slowly changes into something else. This movie is dark but sweet. It has moments which are so tender and gentle that they will make you emotional and feel for these two broken people. And there are other moments that will make you feel horrified to see what is happening in front of you. This movie is a roller coaster ride of emotions, but it has a happy and satisfying ending. Also, you might feel that Mitsu being violent towards Ichikawa is so wrong on so many levels, but don't feel bad because it works for them. You will realize that Ichikawa enjoys being hurt by Mitsu. He even craves it and riles him up so that he can get hit and then touched by Mitsu. It's all very complex, I know, but this movie is worth a watch. Candy and Kiss is a short and sweet movie with a simple plot. This movie came out in 2015 and it's about a shy boy called Maeda Taiki who is not confident about his looks. He feels like people overlook him because he's ugly. Maeda works as a shopkeeper in a big fashion mall. The mall manager is Yagi Haruhisa. He's handsome and kind and girls go crazy after him. Taiki has a crush on Yagi, but he has given up because he knows that Yagi will never notice him. One day, to Taiki's surprise, Yagi kisses him and confesses to him. Their love story soon begins, but Taiki's insecurity about his looks threatens to break up the relationship. This story is pure and wholesome. It's short, so it's a good pastime, and the couple is cute. Yagi-san is charismatic and good-looking, and he takes note of Taiki's anxieties and tries to solve them rather than dismiss them. Overall, this is a great watch. Kaoru Aoi teaches at one of the nation's most prestigious boarding schools. One day after breaking up with his girlfriend, he meets a young guy who provides him comfort and consolation during his time of need. Soon after that, a new student, Sora, transfers into his class, and much to Kaoru's surprise, it is the same boy he had encountered before. Kaoru tries to put the past behind him and keeps their relationship a secret, but the brash Sora is not about to let go of love so easily. This movie came out in 2007 after a huge success of Boys Love 1, which came out in 2006. The actors are very good looking and the chemistry is perfect. This movie is quite fast paced and you really feel for both the characters. I like forbidden love themed stories, so this was perfect for me. The sexual tension between Aoi and Sora was high throughout the movie and it made for an enjoyable watch. Restart After Come Back Home is a beautiful movie about a guy called Mitsumi Kozuka who quits his job in Tokyo to return to his hometown after 10 years. His relationship with his father was strained after he moved to Tokyo and he didn't want to take over the family business. There, Mitsumi Kozuka meets Yamato Kumai. Yamato Kumai is the adopted son of Old Man Kumai who took him in after his parents abandoned him in a park when he was a baby. The old man runs a farm near the home of Mitsumi Kozuka's parents. Yamato talks Mitsumi into helping out on the farm, and that's when their relationship grows and begins to change them both. If you have seen the movie His, you will enjoy this movie because it has similar pacing and cinematography. This movie is comforting and gives hope to many people who are stuck in the old humdrum of life and think about what their life could have been if they quit everything and moved to their hometown. The romance is slow and gradual, which makes it an easy watch. I'll highly recommend this movie to everyone and not just BL watchers. Sugihara Kohei is a college student who has distanced himself from others unconsciously because he is hard of hearing and it keeps causing one misunderstanding after another. One day his classmate Taichi stumbles into him and notices his delicious bento. Kohei gives Taichi part of his lunch to Taichi's delight, but leaves without saying a word to Taichi. Taichi only later finds out from others that Kohei is hard of hearing. Taichi makes Kohei a deal. If Taichi writes up Kohei's notes for him in class, he can have part of Kohei's bento every day. Taichi and Kohei begin a relationship that's more than friends but less than lovers. This movie gives me so many feels and it makes me scared at the same time. It makes me realize the importance of having my senses. It makes me think how my life would be if in adulthood I suddenly get to know that I'm going to gradually lose one of my senses. It makes me respect and appreciate people who are thriving without having one of their senses. I love Taichi's character. He's cute, bubbly and loud, exactly what Kohei needs in his life. He's protective of Kohei and doesn't let him get bullied by anyone. Taichi knows what he feels for Kohei is more than friendship but needs time to accept who he really is. Kohei already loves Taichi so much that he's afraid that one day he won't be able to hear Taichi's voice anymore. This movie made me cry so much, but it's a wonderfully sweet movie. Everyone should definitely watch this. Udagawa Cho de Mateteo, or Wait for Me at Udagawa Cho, is a one-of-a-kind movie about a boy who likes secretly to cross-dress as a girl and is one day discovered by his fellow student. In bustling Shibuya, Momose sees his high school classmate Yashiro. Yashiro is dressed as a girl. Momose continues to observe Yashiro and becomes attracted to him. Meanwhile, Yashiro becomes embarrassed that Momose knows that he dresses up like a girl. This movie is old school. What I mean is that Momose's tactics to pursue Yashiro and make him confident as a cross-dresser is kind of twisted and makes you question his morality. But I guess it just makes it more real and not politically correct. Yashiro keeps denying his gender identity, but Momose is so super obsessed with him that his love and obsession makes Yashiro more confident in himself and less insecure of how he looks as a girl. Momose has a slightly dark personality, but he has only one thing in his mind, and that is how to win over Yashiro and make him his lover. I love the beauty Momose sees in Yashiro, which Yashiro has craved for since he started identifying who he really is. It takes some time for Yashiro to accept himself completely, but Momose's single-minded pursuit of Yashiro makes this movie a worthy watch in my opinion. Same Difference, or Dochi Mo Dochi, is a story about two literal tops working in two towers of a big company. They are both admired for their beauty and work, and they are both at the top of the company's performance list. Ozaki induces irresistible pheromones while Suburaya is considered a charming and intelligent prince with a sadistic side. Rivalry soon arises between the two men as well as mutual attraction that leads them to a start of a relationship. However, due to their dominant personalities, neither is willing to be the bottom and constantly compete with each other in order to be the top. This movie doesn't have much of a plot besides ego war and games between the two tops. But it is hilarious and endearing because although they keep bickering and playing games, there is love behind all that. These two love each other deeply, but they can't help but one-up each other due to their egotistical personalities. I laughed the entire time watching this movie, so it's certainly a light watch which shows conflicts that arise when two tops fall in love. So these were 10 Japanese BL movies that you might not have heard about before. I would love to know which ones you have seen from this list, and do let me know if you have any other recommendations besides these. My mission this year is to watch every Japanese BL movie and drama ever produced, so I would like to get more recommendations of BLs I've not seen yet. As always, if you liked today's video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more BL news, rankings and gossip videos. Love you all. Bye.